Hello guys, today I'm gonna make another video. This time it's gonna be about how to hold the steering wheel, and I'm gonna do this video in English, as you can see, because I've decided that this way more people will be able to understand and watch the videos. Let's go. Okay, so basically the first half of the video it's going to be about how to hold the steering wheel in a more kind of driving school way, and how to do it maybe on the public roads if you're just chilling around and cruising. And the second part of the video is going to be more of a sporty driving, on how to hold the steering wheel when you're maybe on a racetrack or just driving through some canyons or a countryside road, whatever it is, but more of a sporty approach to it. How should you place your hands on the steering wheel? Well, my personal favorite is 9 and 3. That's also the most sporty grip you can have. In driving schools, I will also tell you it's okay to do it at 10 and 2. It's also okay. I personally do not like it. I feel like I have less control of the car and of the steering wheel. If you're on a long journey, maybe on the highway, driving many hours, maybe your arms get a bit tired, so you could relax them and hold it from here, maybe the steering wheel. But yeah, basically I'm gonna do this whole video holding the steering wheel from here. Okay, so the first the technique they are gonna show you in the driving school is called shuffling, and it basically consists on, if you're gonna turn, instead of crossing your arms or crossing it with one hand, they basically want you to do like this. So basically never crossing the arm over the steering wheel. Why not crossing the arm over the steering wheel? Well, basically because the risk is there is an airbag here, so if you would to be involved in an accident and you would have an accident and your hand is like this, the airbag would hit your hand and your hand would hit your face, and the airbag would not be protecting you from the accident, and that could have bad consequences for you, of course. So it's basically like this, and you're basically shuffling around. So it's, you have your hand up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, like that. And this way you're never crossing your arm over the airbag, like I said. Of course, always keeping both hands on the steering wheel, except for changing gears in a manual car. Also forgot to mention that when you do this shuffling technique, it's much easier to control your indicators and lights and windscreen washers, because your hands basically stay on this part of the steering wheel on the sides. So doesn't matter how much you're turning, you can always use your indicators and all the controls around here. So that's another advantage of this technique. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how to do it. I have to say it takes some getting used to it. At the beginning it's a bit strange, and I personally don't use it that often, only when I'm in very tight turns, maybe through a roundabout or in the city I do use it, but I will show you later what technique I use normally. But okay, let's see. We do like this and we straighten up. Okay, perfect. To the left, nobody. Okay. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, basically my arms never cross over the airbag. They are never like this. Not with one hand, always two hands on the steering wheel. That's important. And for small turns, of course, we don't need to do this shuffling technique. We can just keep our hands at 9 and 3 and just do the slight turn just like this. Only when we're going to do a tight turn, like maybe if we go here, we would to be doing like this and like that. Go to the right again. Perfect. I personally, when I'm parking, I never drive with one hand. I only use this sliding technique. This is not a correct technique, but I only use it for parking because I think it's faster than any other technique. Like if I would just to be shuffling around, it would take me a long time to park. So I think basically anyone who knows how to drive and who has passed his or her driving test does it like this. Like you basically just do like this and start driving. It's not correct completely, so if you're gonna do your driving tests, I would tell you to not do it, because you might fail because of that. But after that, when you're parking, there is no risk. There is very little risk of losing control, so it's okay to do it. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you a bit more of a sporty style of holding the steering wheel. Basically, when you're driving a bit faster, you basically always want to keep your hands at 9 and 3 and do not move them around. If you look, for example, at the steering wheel of a Formula 1 car, it's basically designed like that. It's squared off, and you can only hold it from both sides. Why is that done like that? Well, exactly because it's the best way of holding a steering wheel when you're driving fast. Why is this? Basically, when you're driving fast, you want to know where your steering wheel is pointing at, always, at all the time. So if I'm moving my hands around like this, for example, I don't know where well, I know it's pointing to the left, but I have to look at the steering wheel. So when you're driving really fast, you don't have time to think about that, so you have to know the whole time where your steering wheel is pointing at, and you can only do that if you keep your hands at 9 and 3, because this way I know I'm left, right, left, straight. It's very easy. When you come to a bit of a more tight turn, what you can do, if you cannot cross your arms all the way, you can let off one hand. Like if I'm turning to the left, I would let off my left hand once I'm here, and I can turn like this or like this, using my right hand as a master hand, as a hand that controls the steering wheel, just for the tight turn, and then point it back and hold the steering wheel until. If it would be a very tight turn, you would then have to shuffle, or at least normally in a racetrack or in a road, you can see the corner that is coming to you. So if you see it's going to be a very tight turn to the left, let's say, and you're not going to make it like this, you can prepare yourself and do like this, and that's it. It's not the optimum, because like I said, right now I already changed my position of the steering wheel, on the steering wheel, my hand. So when I'm like this, I'm not straight. I'm still going to the left, so it's not optimum. Okay, so here we come to a roundabout, and I'm gonna show you how to do this technique. Brake, check, nobody's coming. Perfect. We don't let loose, and here, because it's a tight turn, I do like this, and hold and hold and hold and hold and hold and hold and out, and we hold again at 9 and 3. This way I always know where my steering wheel is pointing at. I don't have to look at it, I don't have to think. So like I said, when I'm driving fast, this is very important. Also very important is the distance to the steering wheel. So basically your sitting position and your steering wheel position. It's important to not be too far away from it, because otherwise we're not going to be able to cross our arms, and we're going to have less control of the car. And it's also important to not be too close to the steering wheel because of safety issues with the airbag. But I will talk about this, about the seating position and steering wheel position, in another video. Hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be making more videos like this one. Bye!